Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Dave, you don't collect Transformers is probably something that might have occurred to some of you. You're correct, but I do collect Shockwaves because Shockwave is my favorite Transformer. I like his calculating, sinister demeanor, and he's purple, which is, of course, my favorite color. Now, thanks to my lighting, let's see if we can get this guy to look purple. I feel like the camera is adjusting him back to blue as I change the lighting color. I think this looks the most purple. So there's Shockwave from the Transformers Robot Enhanced Design series. One that I don't know how many times I can say it. I don't collect Transformers, but when something that, you know, I love this character. I've bought a lot of Shockwave figures. So I do buy Shockwave when I come across him in a form that I don't already have. And this non-transforming action figure, because to me, this R.E.D series, that's what these are. These are action figures. Other Transformers are toys, which is a different thing entirely. This is the less plastic packaging, because the original releases of this R.E.D series, this was a clear plastic window where you could see the accessories inside. Really cool, nice look, but ultimately unnecessary. And we do still have a plastic window here, but I imagine this might be one of the last releases to still feature this. All right, let's open this guy up in the best way possible. I can't give you a whole lot of Transformers information right now. This is one of those things that I bought because it's a cool action figure and it's a character that I like. So that is 100% my reasoning for buying this. All right. So you can see we do have the paper wrapped accessories off to the side. We'll set those over here. And then the figure itself is on this cardboard tray. We do have, oh, here's another thing that I'll be happy to see the end of, these stupid plastic tabs. That, I am glad, really, I've said this before, and I'm sure you guys are sick of it if you've heard me say it, but I welcome the end of plastic packaging, if only because it eliminates an element that damages our action figures before they even get opened. All right. So the idea behind this R.E.D series, if you're not familiar with it somehow, is this is kind of like the Star Wars Black series of Transformers. The point is to make a great action figure, not to make a great Transformer, so to speak. So that's a little back piece that comes off. So the articulation and the profile of the figure is the most important thing, and the idea is to make him look like he looked in the Sunbow cartoon. You can see we've got a ball joint for his head with that one diabolical eye painted perfect yellow, looking good. The ears, antenna, Batman cowl, whatever you want to call the business on the side here, they are not articulated as they sometimes are, or usually are, on the Shockwave Transformers toys. Here they're static. They just stay where they're supposed to be because that's how he looks in robot mode. You've got, basically they've taken standard 1/12 scale. Now these are not 1/12 scale, obviously, because Transformers are much, much larger than humans. And actually, these are not, this is part of what turned me off of this line is, you know, it's traditional that Transformers are not in scale with each other. That's just a thing because of the vehicles and robots they transform into. But I had hoped that this line would keep a semblance of scale, but then they released a Bumblebee that's the same size as Optimus Prime, and I was like, oh well, I guess I don't need to be all in on this. But you can see the articulation is the same, or at least very, very close to what you see in your standard 6-inch action figure lines these days. This is a little annoying. I'm going to pull this off for right now. It's not necessarily on there loose, but it kind of moves around while I'm trying to move the figure, and it does restrict this waist articulation. Now, oh, there we go. So look at that. You've got a nice joint there at the upper torso, and you've got a waist swivel, which normally I would hate a waist swivel that does that to the profile of the figure, but I mean, this guy's a robot, so it's not like his internal organs are being ripped out by turning this way. Hips, you've got a panel on the side, so you've got a full range of movement from those hip joints, which again are, you know, in a robot version of what you see in G.I. Joe Classified, Star Wars Black Series, whatever. And you even have double jointed knees on this guy. Now, the ankles, I have to imagine, are not because of the design of his boot, for lack of a better word. Look at that, though. Pretty decent. It's just not a lot that way, just because that's how he's designed. But I'm really surprised the amount of motion or the range going that way. Oh, he's fun. I'm very pleased to have Shockwave in this form. So he's got his cool flexible hose back here, which I'm always a fan of toys with any kind of like flexible hose setup, whether it's G.I. Joe's or whatever. That's just a cool, that's a nice little feature to me, something to sort of fiddle with and have fun with. And then he's got his, since he turns into a laser cannon, laser gun, whatever, he's got his blaster arm going on over here. And of course, with those big giant feet, he should be relatively easy to stand up and get some cool action poses with. So you might be saying to yourself, well, Dave, this figure looks really cool, but he came with a bunch of accessories. What could it even be? Because isn't this Shockwave in his entirety? Oh, well, hang on just a minute, Mr. Know-It-All. I don't know where that came from. Because we have this paper sheet of accessories, which, by the way, are not being mangled by a piece of plastic. And look at this. We'll go straight to this. Even though I wanted to save this for last, it's right there. Star of the show, we have what is ostensibly a 1/12 scale version of Megatron in his gun mode, which is really wild to me. We're going to set that aside for the moment. We have an alternate purple translucent cannon to more accurately replicate Shockwave's toy look. And then we also have a translucent, we've got a fist and a C-grip to hold Megatron. And as much as I love translucent purple plastic, I actually think that I prefer the gray parts on this guy. I don't know, maybe I'll give him the gray hand and the purple cannon. That looks weird to me, though. I don't know. Okay, so got that trigger hand, and we are going to take old Megatron here and figure out how the heck to get him with his... Fortunately, this hand is pretty soft plastic. It's pretty pliable. Let's just pop it right off in there. Let's pop that hand off. And there we go. Look at that. Fits perfectly. Ooh, that doesn't fit so perfectly, though. Look, the stock kind of doesn't really... It gets pushed down a little bit due to the shape of his arm. But look at that. How cool is that? But wait, there's more. As you can see, Megatron's a little bent up here. It is a softer, more pliable plastic. We have some fantastic blast effects that pop onto his laser cannon and onto Megatron. Look at that. How awesome is that? I don't know why he's firing in the air. Autobots can't fly, generally. I guess it's Jetfire, Skyfire, Starfire, Fire Sky, Fire Jet, whatever. Maybe it's Ironhide with a jetpack. Who knows? This is very cool. I am extremely happy with this figure. It is exactly what I wanted from a Shockwave. I'm probably going to leave him like this too. It's exactly what I wanted from a Shockwave action figure. Just very dynamic and cool, and the profile is great, and the articulation is, you know, it's not like the best, most functional articulation ever, but for a giant robot, I think they've done a really nice job. And I mean, look at this. How cool does that pose look? Very happy with this guy. Well worth the money. I got mine from Hasbro Pulse. I don't think he was exclusive, but I don't know if for a while this line was Walmart exclusive. I don't know if he'll be in Walmart or not. But let's put his backpack back on him real quick. But keep your eyes open for Shockwave in the Transformers R.E.D series. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'm gonna... Well, yeah, I should let you guys in on this, because I gotta know if this gun is gonna fit in Classified Series Cobra Commander's hand. Special guest appearance from the G.I. Joe Classified Series Regal version of Cobra Commander, which is my favorite thus far. You know, I think that's a cool looking figure, and I believe, my personal belief, is that if there was a used car salesman with no military experience whatsoever that started a terrorist organization, that's how he would dress. So I'm good with this Classified Series design, but I do want a more standard Cobra Commander design in the future, which fortunately we are getting. Okay, so this looks... It's going to be a little big, I think, for his hand, but I think it's going to work. It's just going to be a struggle to get it in there. And maybe a struggle to get... Man. His hand is more rigid than Shockwave's. Let's try... Sorry guys, I really should have just heated him up first and made this easier on all of us. Oh man! Look at that! Oh! That is staying. That is staying. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things, and I'm gonna put that gray fist back on this guy because I think that just looks... He looks so cool holding the Megatron gun, but that has to go to Cobra Commander. Thanks for watching, you guys. Come back next week for more toy reviews. Decepticons, attack!
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.